Emonte Morgan, my son.
Okay, hold on. Was there a security guard?
I want to see my son.
Oh, hold on.
Monty! Monty! Don't touch me! Get away from me!
Stop!
It took the system 3 years to convict Emonte Morgan of killing Chicago police officer Ella French during a 2021 traffic stop. Morgan was convicted of first-degree murder for killing Officer French on August 7, 2021, during a traffic stop when he was pulled over with his brother Eric at 63rd Street and Bell Avenue in West Englewood. Prosecutors said French, Carlos Yanez, and Joshua Blas pulled over Emonte Morgan and his brother, Eric, for expired plates on their sport utility vehicle. While Eric Morgan handed over the keys when asked, Emonte Morgan's dumb ass refused to put down his drink and cell phone, leading to a struggle with the three officers. Pause. Officer Ella French would be alive today, and Emonte Morgan's goofy ass would be a free man, if Emonte didn't act like a goofy, but I digress. Officer Joshua Blas testified at trial that Emonte Morgan shot and killed Officer French, shot and wounded Yanez, and tried to shoot Blas as well during the scuffle. Several other officers responded, putting French and Yanez into squad cars to bring them to the hospital. Doctors were unable to save French. Yanez lost an eye and is now partially blind, and he walks with a limp after being told he might never be able to move the left side of his body again. Prosecutors say neither officer pulled out a weapon, but Morgan fired shots at both officers, killing French. At the sentencing hearing, Morgan's defense essentially tried to debunk evidence and asked for a new trial. Morgan's defense team has claimed he was trying to toss the gun when it went off, while his mother, Evelina Flores, has insisted her son was not guilty, and accused police of a cover-up. I just wanted to make an announcement to the public that I am not a mother that's delusional. I am not in denial or confused, Flores said. I know my son is 100% innocent. These people will go at great lengths to cover up all the mistakes they made that gruesome night. The motion for a new trial was denied. Meanwhile, tearful victim impact statements were heard from Officer Yanez's family, Officer French's mother, and Officer Blas. Officer Yanez's father, retired CPD Officer Carlos Yanez Sr., did not mince words when he talked about hearing his son had been shot, and not knowing if the younger Yanez would survive. Yanez Sr. said, all the family's pain was brought about by a fucking asshole, who should have been brought down a long time ago. This started a heated exchange with Flores, Morgan's mother, who said, my son is a victim. Your son is the fucking asshole. The heated exchange between Yanez's father and Morgan's mother continued, until Flores was escorted from the courtroom for a period of time.
Monty! Don't touch me! Get away from me!
It made me sick to my stomach, you know, especially with the mother, you know, saying it was a conspiracy and that he never had a gun, said Officer Yanez Jr. You know, body camera footage shows it. So, it took 3 years to sentence Emonte Morgan's dumb ass, but it took the system even longer to convict his mother of resisting police and trespassing at a hospital in the days after the shooting.
Emonte Morgan, my son.
Okay, hold on. Was there a security guard?
I want to see my son.
Oh, hold on.
Monty! Monty! Don't touch me! Get away from me! Stop!
Put your hands behind you.
Please let me see my son!
Get on your feet.
Can I get my son?
Evelina Flores, 44, fiercely defended her son, both after his arrest, and in September 2024, when a judge sentenced him to life in prison without parole for fatally shooting French, and badly injuring her partner, Carlos Yanez, in August 2021. Morgan's brother, Eric, also Flores's son, was convicted of obstruction of justice for running from the shooting scene with a murder weapon, and was sentenced to 7 years. 3 days after the shooting, Flores went to visit Emonte Morgan, who was under police guard at Advocate Christ Medical Center in Oak Lawn. Her goofy ass live-streamed as she searched the hospital for the surgery trauma ward, a secured area that doesn't even have a button on the public elevators. She eventually found it. 2 Chicago cops and a hospital security officer stopped Flores from entering Morgan's room, but prosecutors say she kicked the security guard in the groin and pushed the other officers. She was charged with battery, resisting arrest, and criminal trespassing, all misdemeanors. Flores continued to fight the misdemeanor charges for years, even though it was unlikely she would do any jail time, and her goofy has recorded herself trespassing in a secured area of the hospital. Last July, she demanded a jury trial, records show. During a hearing on September 24, 2024, almost 2 weeks after Emonte Morgan was sent to prison, Judge Diana Lopez noted that Flores was now saying that she has glaucoma and needs surgery. The judge moved that hearing to October 1st, but Flores didn't show up, according to court records. Lopez issued an arrest warrant for her scary ass. Last month, Flores resurfaced. And, on January 28, she pleaded guilty to all charges filed against her. Judge Lopez granted her a 12-month conditional discharge and ordered her to pay a $514 fine, perform 50 hours of community service, and undergo an anger management evaluation. If Flores completes all of the requirements, the case will be dismissed, but it won't erase the fact that she is a goofy who raised a goofy that killed a cop.
A Chicago woman's in custody tonight, charged with vandalizing a memorial to slain CPD officer Ella French. 26-year-old Anna Kochakian faces a felony charge of criminal damage to property. Last August, a video surfaced on Twitter showing someone tearing a photo of Officer French off a memorial at the Thompson Center. It was later found crumpled in a trash can. Here that video is. It was posted the day after Officer French was laid to rest. Police say they arrested Kochakian at her home today using the handcuffs of French's partner, Officer Carlos Yanez. Yanez was injured in the shooting that killed Ella French.
On August 19, 2021, a few days after Officer French was slain, other officers were on routine foot patrol when they were alerted that the memorial had been vandalized at the James R. Thompson Center, the state police said. The Thompson Center is a state office building. French's photograph had been torn down and discarded in a trash can at a nearby elevated train platform, the state police continued. It wasn't until Wednesday, February 9, 2022, that authorities announced that Anna Kochakian had been arrested at her home pursuant to an arrest warrant. And, guess what? While Emonte Morgan's crazy-ass mother faced misdemeanor charges for storming the hospital, a complete stranger, Anna Kochakian, faced felony charges for acting like a goofy. She was charged with criminal damage to property, defacement of a police memorial, which is a Class 4 felony in Illinois. The relevant statute criminalizes the damage of myriad types of property, but it lays out a specific penalty for knowingly damaging any property which memorializes or honors an individual or group of police officers, firefighters, members of the United States Armed Forces, National Guard, or veterans. Now please, smash that like button and subscribe to the Cartoon News Network for more crazy videos like this.